Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this unbelievable cheap fitness squad with me, your boy FIFA 1 HD, where we are going to be compiling one of the best 10k squads around, full of very good players that are super OP and very effective. Now, I apologise if you have already seen this squad before. It is a squad that I used effectively on my Road to Glory series in episode 1. So apologies if you have seen this already, although I will be going through the players in much more detail and showing you some new stuff, including the custom tactics and player instructions that I used. If you are new to the channel for any reason, make sure you check out that series, hit that subscribe button, it really does help me out as well, and make sure you hammer that like button on this video if you do enjoy it, as well as if you have any questions on this team, FIFA 17 in general, leave that all in the comments. I will be glad to answer each and every one of you. So, Karius in goal to start off with. He is a very solid goalkeeper, very cheap. Only cost me about 800 to 1,000 coins. Very effective. Good distribution. Covers the pitch well. Makes the goal very small. Exactly what you want for a good goalkeeper. And very cheap one as well. Right back we have Naom, who I like a lot. You know, he's someone I've used previously. He's not the quickest, but what he does have is a great strength. He's a real unit and very good with the ball. Overall, just very impressive. Naom. He makes great tackles. He's decent going forward. Uses the ball well. Couldn't really fault him at all. Also very cheap option. At centre back we have a partnership of Stones and Kurt Zouma. I will start off with John Stones, who is a great starter centre back. You know, this guy is someone you will probably want to upgrade or not. He wouldn't really get into your proper team, but for a starter team, for a cheap fitness team, very good. You know, he's got great pace there at 75, decent defending at 78, and good physicality as well. He's also got nice passing and dribbling. Is quite tidy on a centre back. So overall, very good. He makes great tackles. He's in good positions. Decent pace if he's not, so he can recover, and he's also quite good in the air. So overall, John Stones is not a bad player for a very cheap. Moving over, we have Kurt Zouma, who for me is an absolute beast. What I love about Zouma is the fact that he's always on the front foot. He's always looking to make the tackle, snuff the danger out before the danger's even there. You know, whereas Stones will deal with the danger as it's coming to him, Zouma is very aggressive and he actually goes and wins the ball, which I love. I love that pressure. It gives the opponent, whether they're good or bad, no time to think. You win the ball back. He's able to use it and move it on into the midfield and let them do their thing. He's got good pace, but really his defence, his physicality are what make this card absolutely brilliant. And one that, while he only cost me like 1,000 coins, he could easily stay in the team, you know, in some of my really good teams. So overall, I like Kurt Zouma a lot, and I would really recommend him, I must admit. At left back, we have Patrick van Aanholt. Lovely pace on this card there at 88, as you can see. But some nice stats all round. You know, his shooting and passing is not too shabby at all. Some could argue his shooting should actually be better in the game, because in real life he chips in with a lot of goals. You know, his passing's quite nice. Dribbling very neat and tidy on a left back. Defence could be a bit better, but you know, overall just a very nice mix of skills. Good going forward, decent in defence, and a very nice cheap left back. At central midfield we have Jack Wilshere, and we have Fernandinho. And at the other central midfield role, I do need to change him at some point. He's currently a CDM, and that is Emre Can. Now we'll start off with Jack Wilshere, who I like a lot. You know, there's maybe other players you could have used, like Lallana or something like that, but Wilshere's good. He uses the ball well. 81 passing on any player is very sound, and he's good with the ball. And this formation works very well for the midfielders, linking in with the three up top. Lots of triangles, lots of quick passing. So it's important to have someone who can use the ball wisely, and Wilshere can definitely do that. He's got nice dribbling, pace is quite tidy, but he's also got a good defensive side to his game. He's also quite good physically. He's got decent defending skills, makes a good tackle, uses the ball well, very good. In a very similar way to Emre Can, because Can has got a great mix of skills. You know, his pace is nice, shooting's okay, not the best, but where he really comes into his own is his physicality, his defending, dribbling and his passing, meaning that he can win the ball back, which he does for this team time and time again, and then he can use it, play it into the front three who are going to be scoring the goals. So Emre Can, very, very good. And weirdly enough, the most expensive player in this team, cost me about 1,400 coins, is Fernandinho. Now Fernandinho is the real engine of the team in a lot of ways, because he's got fantastic pace there at 77, and he's got a nice mix of skills in a similar way to Can and Wilshere to some extent. But this guy can do it all. You know, he's got great pace, his shooting is solid, he scored me a couple of really, really nice goals. Passing is on point, dribbling very tidy, defense and physicality also very good. So he can win the ball back, he can dribble past players, he's got the pace to get in for chances and to also help out the defense. He's got really nice shooting, good passing, overall just a very, very solid player. At central midfield, sorry, at Cam I should say, we've done the central midfielders. At Cam we have Lanzini, and he's a player that on paper looks fantastic, and reality is he delivered for me. You know, he is weak, he can get knocked off the ball easily, which is something you have to consider. But what he does have is absolutely tremendous pace. You know, really decent shooting, lovely passing, and his dribbling is to die for. 82 pace and 85 dribbling is really, really solid on a Cam. Then when you throw in decent shooting, good level of passing, this guy got me tons of assists, tons of goals. Overall, I was very impressed for a player that only cost me 650 coins. I don't think you can really go wrong for that. Now up top, we put in our last two players, which is Musa and Kelechi Iheanacho. Now I will start off with Musa. 93 pace is obviously the first thing that is going to attract anyone to Musa. He's quick, he's lightning, we know that. He delivers in that regard very, very well. He's also got really nice dribbling. 82 dribbling is very tidy. He uses the ball well, he keeps it close to his feet. He's got that ability to go past players, you know, and in this formation it's a very counter-attacking team, and he's able to go into the wings if he needs to, also play centrally, beat a man, and then when he does beat a man, his shooting is pretty good. It's not the best, but this is a cheap team. But overall, he is definitely going to score you a lot of goals, because what he will do is get in time and time and time again. In a very similar manner to Iheanacho. Not as quick as Musa, 87 pace, but feels just as quick. Maybe a little bit slower, but he feels like a 90 pace player. He's fast. You know, and for me, his shooting was better. He scored me more goals than Musa. I was really impressed with this guy. He cost me 650 coins, which I don't think you can knock. This team is super cheap. He is super cheap, and he really delivered for me. He, on paper, doesn't look that great. You know, there's better options. People like Callum Wilson, Andre Gray, Musa, in fact, and many more. But he's actually really solid. For a cheap player, he scored me goals. He was very clinical with his finishing, made good runs, and overall did the business. You know, what I have him in the team for, he delivered. So I cannot be too unhappy with my return on the investment for this team. Overall, it was good. If you want a cheap fitness squad, this is definitely the team I would use. We're going to have a look at the player instructions now. So as you can see, I've only set these guys to get in behind on the strikers. Nothing on Lanzini. You may move him to the positioning freedom to allow him to free roam, but I wouldn't. I do have stay back while attacking on Emre Can. Everything else is normal on these guys, and on the fullbacks I have stay back while attacking because they completely ignore me anyway. It just helps in tighter games for them to stick back just a little bit when I need them to. And finally, custom tactics, where this team really comes alive for me, is the fact that we have a really fast build-up play. The midfield can really use the ball, so that quick passing, lots of triangles on the pitch, is very helpful to get players in. Obviously that is focused around quick passing, so passing is there at 60, organised on the positioning, passing again high there at 70, crossing very low, We've got no wingers, so I could probably even do with putting that down a little bit. But I've left it at 40, seems to work. Shooting is where we're going to be getting most of the goals from, so that is at 75. Organised positioning, pressure there at 60, because Zouma's so good at it and it works well. But aggression is toned down a little bit because I don't want them going too gung-ho. So that's at 40, team width at 40, and defensive line at cover. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, remember to hit that like button. It really does help me out and means a great deal to me. Also hit that subscribe button, and if you have any questions, leave that all in the comments below. I will answer each and every one of you, and peace!